love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. Presence. Now. Presence. Come out. Come out. Come out. Hello. It's come out like a power within him. I get down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapid to being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling rhythmically right. You're vigorous, spinner right to the rhythm, widow the side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Jaguars going up against the Bengals. Now let's get you up to Paul Brown Stadium. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, our long national nightmare is over. After 6 months away, we're back to playing football.
And this is way better than Watergate, isn't it? Now we get to have some fun. Watch the veterans. They'll play a little bit. We know that. But the big thing, this new crop of rookies and young guys, they get their chance to take the field and earn their spot.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. A beautiful fake. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik Jackson in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bengals take possession. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 17 yards there. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up second down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. And for Jacksonville, their defensive starters, the youngster, the rookie out of UCLA, Miles Jack, a guy to watch.
You have to watch him because he can make a big play from just about anywhere on the field. Top 5 talent. Ends up going number 36 because of a knee injury his last year at UCLA. They'll use him all over the place for matchup situations, and he will wreak havoc.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, that's Landry. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
No coach or team's ever had. When someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Come on, let's go! They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to cut it back right. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Well, he may not be the top guy in the league, but he shows right there, and we know it. He's got the big playability.
And he's showing it to us right now because he's letting the league know he's going to be there when the regular season begins. He uses preseason as not just an audition, but preparation. He's ready to play.
They come out here in the eye. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Offense. Still first down.
The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now first down and 15. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now back to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun now on third down. Can't find anyone open. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He's got time in the pocket. Still back there. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He's got time. Look at the time. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gauton, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now it's the backup Tannehill. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, 49 yards. And the Bengals are in for 6.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Bengals score. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bengals defense readies as they head onto the field. They were able to force the 3-and-out last time, led to the punt, and then led to a touchdown for their crew. So they'll be looking for a little bit more of that, Charles.
Well, I think that they created the spark with the 3-and-out. Gave a little momentum to their offense. And he said, all right, appreciate it, guys. And they took the ball downfield and stuck it in the end zone.
And that defense wasn't out there long. They'll be trying to keep it short here.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now the backup Boykin, his first throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now the rookie Boykin over the middle, and it's incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, to get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield. Into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Tannehill. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. They've got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Steps away to his left. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st and 10, Tannehill being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill looking for someone to throw to. Underneath here to Hill. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. And a long way to go. They started that drive at their own 3, and they scored 3 from it.
What an excellent job by an offense that could have very easily just said, okay, let's just take a few plays safe, punt the ball away, and play some defense. Instead, they found a way to attack and put themselves in position to put points on the board.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive?
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looking left side, he's got it complete. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
To throw is Boykin. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing here, Boykin on first. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here we go.
Boykin will throw again. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their dangerous wide receiver, 28 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, it's Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the interception, here's Boykin. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. from the shotgun. Boykin. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Boykin on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they boot it through, and now we're all square after 2 quarters of play.
And what's that great term you taught me? They're level, right? They got back to level. Now they get to go back in the locker room, regroup, and start over in the second half.
So we have reached, so this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Defense. A penalty is declared.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's now 4th and 3. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 67 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got room. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes a really good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Bengals a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Tannehill, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Defense taking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Here's Tannehill, and he comes back with one complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, now this from 43. And this one is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
Here we go.
On second down, it's Boykin. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way exactly as you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. The first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And that one gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And the lead will grow by 1 more. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On second down, here's Boykin. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And this one is incomplete.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Here we go.
3rd and long for Boykin. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. That's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's Tannehill. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
They come out here in the eye. 6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now the rookie Boykin, and he will find his man on the outside. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go. 38.
On first down, Boykin firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
There we go. Nice play, baby. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Boykin on second down. And he's got his man on the out route. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll hand it off now. Hill. So we got 3 at 1. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jags. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense? And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. The rookie Boykin to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Boykin. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Someone moved, flag is out, that's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Out of the gun, Boykin. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Throwing again here, Boykin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Again, Boykin. Looking left-sided, it's complete. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Boykin looking to go to the air again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And he'll spike it with exactly 30 seconds now left on the clock. Boykin will throw again. This will be caught at about the 3. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. .25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
That'll